Good day, Flagler County, and welcome to Veterans on Point, a WNZF radio show developed in mind for our county's beloved and respected veterans population and anyone else listening via internet or podcast. I'm your host, David Lydon, the Flagler County Veterans Services Officer, and of course, I'm here with my friend and colleague at the office, Eric Flores. Good morning, Eric.
Good morning, Dave, and good morning to all our listeners out there. And hoping that everybody's doing good, health-wise, enjoying this weather, this cool weather, and the great Flagler County.
If you're lucky enough to live in Flagler County, you are lucky enough.
Indeed.
And Eric, if you notice, I didn't say good morning anymore because people listen to this all times of the day. So we'll say good day from now on.
Good day, Vietnam, and good morning, Vietnam.
Don't listen to it at night or you'll be confused. Eric and I are your Flagler County Veterans Services Officers. We are at 1769 East Moody Boulevard in Bunnell in room 108. That's the Government Services Building. We're here. They're there to help you veterans and family members, particularly surviving spouses, with VA claims, managing those onerous VA claims with the Department of Veterans Affairs. Been doing it a long time, both of us, so we're very adept and have expertise. And if you try this alone, sometimes you get lucky, but a lot of times you don't know. If it doesn't come out the way you want, you have no idea why. And we have access to the Veterans Benefit Management System, and we can get in there and find out what happened and help you get that smoothed out. So our phone number is 386-313-4014. That's 386-313-4014. Of course, stick around for the Star Spangled Banner at the end of the program. It's the traditional musical version that my old pal Billy Jones likes. And, of course, he's the leader of the Legal Loyal Listeners.
Good morning, Billy. Or good day, Billy.
Good day, Billy. Might as well go down that list. So we mentioned Billy. Saw Billy at the Veterans Day parade and ceremony yesterday. Got him seated in the VIP seats.
Yes.
And he left me a message today and was thankful for that.
It was warm.
He enjoyed the national anthem sung by Laurel Duffy. She did a fabulous job. We'll talk about that.
Young lady, she did a great job.
Very confident young lady. Very young lady. 9 years old. Navy Master Chief Dan and his wife Kay, we're going to have to check on them up there at San Cyr, see how they're doing. Haven't heard from them in a while.
Place to visit.
But they are forever on our Legal Loyal Listeners list.
Indeed. Good day, Master Chief.
Marine pal Jeff Kingdon, I know he's listening. You know he's a sometimes host here on the show and an all-around good vet. He is no longer the Flagler County Veterans of the Year, and we'll talk about that here shortly. He turned over his crown, but he is our woodworker pal and former Marine. Well, we had all the Marines out there in front at the ceremony yesterday singing the Marine hymn. That's always good. We do that each year.
Did a good job.
Yeah.
They did a good job. Seriously.
And Talkin' Tom. Talkin' Tom's on the list. And Talkin' Tom.
Good morning, T.
Talkin' Tom has sent me a text. He would like me to, and while we're talking about Talkin' Tom, let's bring up the message that he wants me to share. Okay, so the VFW has a member named John Vidota. Of course, I know John. He's a World War II veteran. His birthday is December 7th, at which he will be 97 years old this year. And VFW Post 8696 will be trying to get as many World War II veterans in Flagler to his party. So the 7th of December is a Sunday, and the party will start at 2 p.m. until 4:30 p.m., and that will be at Post 8696, VFW Post 8696 in Palm Coast. That's 47 Old Kings Road North. So if you know a World War II veteran that would like to celebrate John Vidota's birthday with him, please get a hold of Tom Piekarski and at 631-521 5330. That's his mobile number, 631-521-5330. That's Tom Piekarski. Talking Tom. Okay, so Tom, I fulfilled that wish for you. and going down our League of Loyal Listeners, and then Dennis Bird. Now I didn't see Dennis yesterday, but
I
he was
didn't.
in the parade with Guitars
great.
for Vets. They were on a float.
Good.
I did see a picture on Facebook,
That's
and
awesome.
I
That's
saw
great.
Dennis. I saw Dennis in the picture. So Dennis,
Thank you, sir.
you had quite a few guitar players on your float. I see in the picture. So thanks for being out there, and
Yes, sir.
Dennis, thanks for being a good vet and teaching guitar skills to veterans. And who else we got here?
Bicycle Frank.
Bicycle Frank, of course, was there. Bicycle Frank, he was there till the end, and it's always fun to see Bicycle Frank.
Oh, yeah.
He's always got a positive attitude. You know, he's a diehard guy. You can't knock down Bicycle. Well, you can knock him down, but he won't stay down.
Yeah. He won't stay down, believe me.
We saw Frankie Sr. there
Senior,
yesterday.
yeah.
Unfortunately, Frankie Jr., who's on the, him and his dad are on the League of Loyal Listeners, but it was so cold yesterday, and Frankie Jr.'s got some health concerns, and nobody wanted him to get sick. So his dad was there handing out challenge coins to veterans. So thank you, Frankie and Frankie
Thank you,
Jr.
guys.
Yep. James the Mailmaid, we got to meet him.
Oh, yeah. Finally. Great guy. What a great guy.
James the Mailmaid, he found us at Culver's last Friday, and we got to see a face with the many voicemails that we've gotten over the last year or so. So it was a pleasure to meet you, James the Mailmaid.
Thank you, sir.
Who rode his bicycle
Yes.
down to Culver's so that he could say hello and meet us in person. And keep on listening, James. And
you're doing a great job, by the way.
yeah, thanks for what you do. Who are we leaving out? Oh, Royer. Ray
our buddy
Royer.
Royer, yeah.
I didn't see him yesterday.
No.
Huh? He wants to get his name out, but I didn't see him floating around.
Yeah.
So
come on now.
word to the wise.
What's up with
Ray
come
Royer,
on.
you got to get out and about.
Yes.
Especially on these veterans events.
Mhm.
So, all right. We won't pick on Ray Royer too
Until
much.
we see him in the building.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's moving on. Thanks for all you listeners. And for those that are still listening, you want to let us know, please let us know.
Give us a call. Dave gave you her phone number, 386-313-4014.
There you go. All right. You have folks ever heard of Massage by Natalie and Company? They are sponsors of the WNZIF podcast, including Veterans on Point. And you can find them to help with your achy, breaky bones and muscles.
Especially after this cold weather, man.
That can, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody was just complaining to me yesterday that their joints were aching because of the cold weather. So
my wife showed me her finger. Oh, I hope she's not listening. And one of her fingers was like pointing to the north and the other one to the south.
she's got rheumatoid.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Oh boy, that's painful.
It is.
But 4871 Palm Coast Parkway Northwest, Suite number 1, is where you can find Massage by Natalie and Company. And their phone number is 386-227-7499. Check them out.
Give them a call.
Okay, so last week we skipped over our President of the Week. We've been doing that now for, I don't know, we're on our, this will be the 38th president today, so at least 38. I think we skipped one because of, I forget what president was, 2 different terms. There was a president between them. So it's probably like the 37th week. But with a skip, we're on the 38th week, and this week is Gerald Rudolph Ford Jr., the 38th President of the United States, served from August 9th, 1974 to January 20, 1977, making him the only person to hold the office without being elected to either the presidency or the vice presidency. He was born Leslie Lynch King Jr. on July 14, 1913 in Omaha, Nebraska.
That's a new one to me.
I didn't know that either. He was renamed after his stepfather, Gerald Rudolph Ford, following a turbulent early childhood marked by his parents' divorce. Ford's ascent to the White House was unprecedented. He was appointed vice president in 1973 under the 25th Amendment after Spiro Agnew's resignation, then assumed the presidency upon Richard Nixon's resignation amid the Watergate scandal. Ford's pre-political life was was remarkably athletic. At the University of Michigan, he was a standout center on an undefeated 1932 and 1933 national championship football teams, earning All-American honors and MVP in 1934. Also remarkably, he turned down professional contracts from the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers to attend Yale Law School, where he graduated in the top third of his class while coaching football and boxing. Less known is Ford's modeling career. In the 1940s, he appeared on the cover of Cosmopolitan magazine alongside his first wife, fashion model Phyllis Brown, before meeting his future wife, Elizabeth Betty Bloomer. As president, Ford faced a nation reeling from Watergate, Vietnam, and economic stagflation. His most controversial act was pardoning Nixon on September 8, 1974, a decision that likely cost him the 1976 election, but which he defended as necessary to heal the country. A little-known fact is that Ford survived 2 assassination attempts within 17 days in September 1975. First by Manson family disciple Lynette Squeaky Fromm in Sacramento, then by Sarah Jane Moore in San Francisco. Both women fired guns at close range, yet Ford emerged unscathed, an extraordinary stroke of luck for a president often portrayed as clumsy. Ford was also an Eagle Scout, the only president to reach that rank, and remained active in scouting throughout his life. Another obscure detail, he was a skilled swimmer who once saved a fellow sailor from drowning during a typhoon aboard the USS Monterey in World War II, earning the Philippine Liberation Ribbon, among other decorations. His administration saw the signing of the Helsinki Accords, a diplomatic milestone that advanced human rights in Eastern Europe, though it was criticized at the time. Ford's post-presidency was marked by candor and grace. He openly discussed his struggles with Betty's alcoholism and breast cancer, helping destigmatize both issues. Dying at 93 in 2006, he lived longer than any other president until surpassed by Jimmy Carter. Gerald Ford, often underestimated, brought stability during crisis and embodied Midwestern integrity, a quiet patriot whose accidental presidency left an indelible, if understated, mark on the American history. Quote of the week, and I found this one interesting. A government big enough to give you everything you want is a government big enough to take from you everything you have. And that was that's from his address to a joint session of Congress on August 12th, 1974, and it's often cited as one of his most famous lines, which a lot of truth to that.
Oh yeah, indeed.
That's why the people have to be strong and provide their voice when elections come around. And that's why there's protests. You know, sometimes we don't always understand them or agree with them, but that's what keeps government honest.
And shake, yeah. They keep him in shake.
Well, at least partly honest.
Yeah.
All right, so that brings us to the part of the program where I say, drivers, drivers, drivers. The DAV is seeking volunteer drivers to take veterans from their homes to their VA appointments, whether that appointment is at a medical center, a VA medical center, a VA clinic, a compensation and pension examination for VA claim, disability claim, or whether it's been set up with a community care network appointment by the VA. The DAV will take veterans to those appointments. They do have some rules, and that is, try to give them a week's notice before your appointment. And also for those long trips to Gainesville or to Orlando, they prefer you don't make your appointments before 10 a.m. in the morning. Um, it's early for the drivers to try to come pick you up, and the traffic's horrendous during
It
that
is.
time. So
Can I add something also? If you
Yeah.
haven't, if you schedule an appointment, you have a procedure that you have to be sedated. Make sure you bring somebody because they won't make an appointment if you don't bring anybody, somebody with you.
yes, like, for instance, a colonoscopy.
Right.
If you have to have somebody that because you're going to be sedated, and afterwards the medical providers won't let you go home by yourself, and the DAV is not going to let their drivers be responsible for your safety. So I mean, not for your driving safety, but not as your companion. So if you will need somebody to go with you, so you'll need the doctor to provide a note so that the DAV can legally take your passenger or
Right.
your companion with you. All right, thanks for reminding me of that, Eric. So the phone number is DAV Chapter 86 at 386-439-2122, 386-439-2122. You have a few things, and then we'll go into what
Sure.
our
Topic.
what we did in our ceremony yesterday.
Oh yeah. So very quick, American Legion Post 115 sponsoring the Wreath of Across America. This is going to be on December 13, 2025. If you want to sponsor a wreath, I have the order form in the office. Give me a call or send me an email, and I will send the form for you. You can call the American Legion, which I don't have their phone number right now, but I can get it for you. BFW also have the volunteer. Oh, they have. This is very important. Our friend Charlie called us, and they told us about the Queens of Heart raffle. I think they're up to 13,000, 13,200 or something like that.
Oh yeah, they're
way up there, and they have four
What
car left or something like that. So they're very. I mean, it's getting up there.
13,240, 10 cards left.
10 car left.
And and I had a little sticker to remind me of that, and I forgot to mention Charlie Hanger and his wife
Yes.
Jenny as legal
which
loyal
I saw them
listeners
both.
too.
I saw them both at the ceremony. So, but yeah, the Queens of Heart that they're doing that on Tuesday. So the drawing is at 7 p.m. Also on Tuesday, the BFW have their Tackle Tuesday. So that's beginning at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, I believe, and it's the whole day. Thursday bingo, and on Friday they have other events. So place a visit. Support BFW 8696. They're also sponsoring the Suck Hop on the 14th of November. That's pretty soon. That's a dinner from 6 to 7 p.m. They're having hamburger and hot dog. The dance begins at 10 to 10 with DJ Big Mike. So it's open to the public. Buy ticket in advance at the bar. Donation is $20, $20 per person or 30 couple. Pretty good deal. So if you want to, give them a hand, sponsor, support them. Support those events.
And that Legion phone number is 386-585-5302 for the American Legion Post 115, 386-585-5302.
By the way, they're meeting now back in the BFW Post 8696.
That's right. First Monday at 6 p.m. back at the VFW. Good hall for that.
Great hall.
Oh, and Eric, so yesterday we had our Veterans Day parade and we had our Veterans Day ceremony, and
it was great.
And the feedback was that everything went good. It's,
what a great day.
When you're involved with the preparation and putting it on, you're too close to seeing it to know whether or not how it goes. But we got a lot of feedback, and I'll accept it. And it seemed like it went very well.
It went very well. I am very appreciative of the people who show up with the cold weather, because I thought we were going to be kind of,
Yeah, but
everybody.
We got a good showing despite the chilly temperatures.
Yes, a lot of people.
And so yesterday, we want to thank Dave Freeman for being our guest speaker. And we've got a lot of thank yous here. But I want to announce who our 2025 Flagler County Veteran of the Year is. If you weren't there, it is, and probably you should read in some of our local papers, Observer, I hope. And that is Chief Mark Strobridge from the Flagler County Sheriff's Office. And so this is what was presented at the ceremony yesterday, and I'm going to read it. It is my distinct honor to introduce the 2025 Flagler County Veteran of the Year, a man whose life has been defined by service, leadership, and an unwavering commitment to his country and community. On his 17th birthday in 1979, this young man walked into a recruiter's office and enlisted in the United States Marine Corps. He went on to serve honorably as an aircraft weapons systems specialist, achieving the rank of corporal before completing his active duty term. Years later, his calling to serve pulled him back, this time with the U.S. Navy Reserve as a Master-at-Arms, the Navy's own military police force. But his service didn't end when he hung up his uniform. Fresh out of the Corps, he brought the discipline and training of a Marine to the Orange County Sheriff's Office, where he dedicated an extraordinary 30 years from road deputy to law enforcement executive, protecting and leading with integrity every step of the way. In 2009, after retiring as a Sheriff's Office legend, he was chosen to lead a groundbreaking nonprofit in Orlando focused on improving information sharing among law enforcement agencies, a role he excelled in until 2017, when Sheriff Rick Staley personally appointed him as agency chief of staff and trusted advisor right here at the Flagler County Sheriff's Office. And that's just his professional story. In Flagler County, he doesn't just work here. He lives, leads, and gives back. He serves as a deacon and trustee at the First Baptist Church of Chulota and Community Baptist Church of Bunnell. He's a familiar face at Parkview Church in Palm Coast. He's the treasurer of Teens in Flight, a past master of the Masonic Lodge in Orlando, and an active member of Bunnell Lodge 200. He's a founding member of the Flagler Tiger Bay Club, a proud member of the Palm Coast Elks Club, the Sons of the American Revolution Flagler Chapter, and the Civil Air Patrol Florida Wing. His lifetime membership speaks volumes. He's a lifetime member of the American Legion, the International Association of Chiefs of Police, the National Rifle Association, the Aircraft Owners and Pilots Association, and a member of the FOP and the Scottish Rite Masons. This past summer, the city of Palm Coast called on him once again, appointing him assistant city manager during a critical organizational transition. For his outstanding leadership, the city awarded him the prestigious Certificate of Excellence for Action. And did I mention he's a private pilot? One of his aircraft is painted as a stunning replica of a U.S. Marine Corps plane, a flying tribute to the Corps that shaped him. Through it all, he's been married to his beloved Betty for over 44 years. Together, they've raised 3 children and are proud grandparents of 12 grandchildren who no doubt look up to their grandfather as a real-life hero. Wherever he goes, he leaves things better than he found them. Safer communities, stronger organizations, and inspired people. And so congratulations to Mark Stobridge, the 2025 Flagler County Veteran of the Year.
Congratulations, sir. Well deserved.
And he's got big shoes to fill.
Oh, yeah.
Coming in after
Marine.
Jeff Kingdon.
Yes.
Another Marine. And Jeff was all over the place. We saw, Jeff's been hitting all the schools, and the schools have asked him to come in and help recognize the employees who are veterans in the school district. So I've seen a bunch of videos of
Yes.
Jeff on Facebook.
He was an observer a couple of weeks ago, and then he was on Facebook, and he's all over.
Yeah,
That's a test that he's really all over.
he's a true veteran,
everywhere.
and
Yes.
we're proud of you, Jeff.
Yes, we are.
And we're proud to have lunch with Jeff just about every Friday.
Oh, yeah.
And that's where James DeMail caught us having lunch with Jeff this past week at Culver's. And again, thanks, Jeff.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, 2 minutes left, so let me get some thank yous in here. I want to thank Texas Roadhouse for a wonderful lunch
they
that
did a
they
great
brought.
job.
They did a great job.
Great job, guys.
And for I can't be happier than what they brought us and how the service that they brought. So thank you, Texas Roadhouse in Palm Coast. I want to thank the cities of Palm Coast and Bunnell for our time at the parade and ceremony. Of course, Laurel Duffy, 9-year-old from Old Kings Elementary, in 3rd grade, sang the Star Spangled Banner.
What a great performance.
And she nailed it.
Yes, she did.
I want to thank our buddy Vince Cautero, saying God bless the USA. I want to thank the Community Chorus of Palm Coast, the Flagler Playhouse Chorus, the Flagler County Historical Society, who did a professional portrait inside the Government Services Building yesterday.
They were busy.
want to thank always on veterans who, the spouses, children, and family who support veterans through those times of absences and in combat. I want to thank Flagler County General Services, Carlos and Josh from Flagler County Audiovisual Production, Palm Coast Parks and Rec City staff, all the police and fire units that supported the parade and ceremony. I want to thank my pal Eric Flores and the entirety of the Flagler County Veterans Day Parade Committee, Matanzas and FPC High School, Junior ROTC Color Guard, the Community Chorus of Palm Coast, Chaplain Gilman, who's always there for us, all of our service organizations who participated, and last but not least, that all who came out there and endured that chilly weather, but we still had a great time. And
No, I'm sorry. That's not last.
what
That's not
else?
last and
What I
least.
miss?
Yourself. I want to thank you for putting a great ceremony like you always do. So
Well, thank you, Eric.
sir.
It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. It's my most stressful few weeks before this time of year, along with helping our veterans that we do day in and day out. All this added stuff that we do. It's a busy month ahead of time, but
It's worth.
when you see it all come to
Oh, yeah.
fruition, it
It's worth.
makes you happy. So
Absolutely.
thanks for being there, everybody. And so we got to say, no country, no state, no community does more for veterans than the United States of America. The great and free state of Florida, the wonderful Flagler County, the lovely city of Palm Coast, all of our beautiful beach cities. Be a victor, not a victim. Be educated, not indoctrinated. And most importantly, be kind to someone today or many someones. And we thank you for listening,
Thank you, guys.
and be back with us next week.
Bye-bye.
Take